are underway here for this second game. As we get things back underway for New South Wales v Queensland.
What's going on here? Why look around?
As New South Wales look to get things underway, and what a match this is going to be for both states. As New South Wales have got the ball now and on the attack. There's a lot of passion being played in this game so far. And beautiful hand by New South Wales. They kick the ball through. Queensland look to close on the ball. They do. Ball boggles back out. It's there for New South Wales. Can they get the turnover? They do. And shifting it wide. It could be an early score for New South Wales, and they chisel through to the line.
Use it.
New South Wales ball. Are they trying to grind out in the pick and go? Just only a metre short now, New South Wales, who really the huge upset on day 3. A pick and go. It's a try to New South Wales. So we'll see who comes away with the ball. It looks as though it's certainly a try. And we'll just watch the replay now about how he scored, but we'll get you the details of that try scorer. But a good start by New South Wales. It'd be pretty fired up after that one. And we've got confirmation now of that try scorer being number 20, Luke Reamer from the Barker College. As New South Wales look to convert through the opening play, and they make no mistake of that one. So New South Wales now extend their lead to 7 points.
10. Just somewhere more in the middle, please. Thanks.
Queensland taking their time to get back to halfway and get things underway, and a beautiful restart's cleaned up well by Queensland, and Small taking it forward and now fed well through Phoenix Hunt, who's been one of the star halfbacks of this competition.
Thank you. High shot. High tackle.
It's a penalty to Queensland. Hunt looking to slow things down.
There's your mark.
So Queensland now have the advantage.
The next one, the 10. See where the AR is? That's the line.
And have the line out with Courts, the Ipswich hooker. And Queensland throw to the back and win well. And peel away from the side and tackle to just on 7 metres out. And it's a penalty to Queensland.
Support your weight.
And they'll either look to take the points
Support your
or
weight. Hands are in front of the ball.
either go to a scrum, and they have done that. So they're looking for some advantage on this one.
Let's go. Let's go, Moses. Ready? Let's go, boys.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
As we pack down, and both sides look fairly even in this contest, and the Reds put on a bit of a shunt. Here comes Hunt. Flat ball to the Queenslanders, and they're over. Good early try from Queensland. Bolosio, who received a beautiful pass from a good set piece from Queensland, who get the easy 5-pointer to combat New South Wales early start. I'm joined by Rugby.com.au journalist Marty Cambridge, who's had a bit of a wretched time on the sideline. And now in the commentary box, Marty, good start from both sides.
Maybe this game we might have expected a little bit later on in the day. Adam, Queensland won and New South Wales won. Two of the heavy favourites coming into this week at Saint Ignatius. It is good to see these teams playing off for third on what has turned out to be an absolutely cracking day down here at Riverview.
Okay, cool. Ruben?
Yeah, it is a cracking day.
Show your buttons. There you go,
And
cool.
plenty of football to come. We've got the final here following this match between the Queensland 2 and ACT. But in this third and fourth playoff, we have both New South Wales 1 and Queensland 2. So two really high entertaining matches as Parada looks to add the extras, and gee, struck that well, the young fly half, and Queensland now level the scores at 7-all. And New South Wales get things back underway. And well taken there by New South Wales through their lock forward, Nick Frost. He's been pretty good, Nick Frost, in this tournament. Still one out running from New South Wales as they head forward, looking on the short side. And the no-number scrummy, David Tijak.
Ball's out, that's fine.
Queensland look like they've pilfered that one. No, but they've come over the ball well. New South Wales, are they able to recycle it? Donaldson, the New South Wales fly half, is screaming for it at the moment. And he receives it now, Donaldson, who feeds it off to Woodcock, who is tackled well by Queensland and held at bay. And they still look to go that same way pattern. And some strong defence by Queensland's given them the turnover. And now New South Wales back with the ball again as South Wales through Abrupt carting forward. Big long sky pass there, and Donaldson looks for no other option except to tow it through, and it's probably not a bad one for New South Wales because they had nothing in attack. Queensland with the counter kick and taken well by Woodcock, who feeds again to Donaldson and looks to go wide early, and it's a good little kick there from Elias, who gives it back to Queensland, and now another opportunity for the try scorer, punching it through. Now they're on the attack, New South Wales, through some really scintillating play. New South Wales still with the ball. Pick and go through the middle, held up well by Queensland. Long ball place, and here they are again, carting forward. Good run there by Rourke. And Queensland appeal for the penalty of not releasing, and they were able to get it. So a loose clean out and a single out carry from Rourke.
Very
New South
entertaining.
Wales are trying to play an entertaining style of footy. They haven't been able to come away with that one.
Very entertaining start to this one, Adam. The New South Wales side, a little bit of aerial volleyball with some kicking back and forth, but Tom Woodcock saw an opportunity down the short side, and we know from the first 3 days of competition he's not afraid to put the foot down. Big body there at fullback for New South Wales one.
Yeah.
As we just hear the referee telling Charlie Rourke that there has been a few penalties and they need to rein in their discipline.
Yeah, well, they've been bang on with their discipline, the referees. They're spending a lot of time with their hands in their pockets as Queensland come away with that one, luckily through Hunt. And now Queensland looking very, very formidable in this midfield through Bolosio. Beautiful sleight of hands there from the Reds lock, Harry Wilson, who's flicked it on to Queensland, and he's brushed off about 4 tacklers there, Bennett. He'd be about 55 kilos. He should be on the first at Randwick this morning. And Queensland find the gap in the opening now through Kimball. Good run by the open side flank. And now it's the Reds that are doing all the damage at a great turn of speed by their fullback, Dowd. Gee, he's got some gas, that young kid. And Queensland looking to counter through some block play. And now they're in trouble, New South Wales. And Queensland look to be over in the corner for their second. And that's Bennett from the Nudgee School in Brisbane. So really looking good when they go wide to wide, Queensland. And it was all set up by a great run in Tom Kimball and finished off very well from Bennett.
Very good play there. We've seen Bennett score a few tries already this tournament. We saw that great step on day one that went viral across the social media. Definitely someone we'll be looking out for in the future. As you mentioned, Huss, from the Nudgee School up there in Brisbane, plenty of Wallabies coming out of that rugby nursery up in the Sunshine State.
Yeah, he's certainly got some spark about him.
Yes.
And it's the return of the small winger and the small fullbacks, Marty. Like all these players that are coming through. You've got Jimenez from Canberra. You've got, of course, Bennett there. And in the last match, there was just so many good young wingers coming through, and they don't have to be the big bronze sort of style as they are in World Rugby now. Here's Paratar. A hush over this crowd here at Riverview Saint Ignatius. He strikes well, just not coming around for the Queensland fly half. So no changes to the score. 12-7, Queensland 1, lead New South Wales 1. Just on 13 minutes of play. As New South Wales look to get things back underway and get into this game, their play hasn't been too bad. They've just turned over too many easy pills as Queensland come up with that ball. Good little boxy there from Phoenix Hunt. And taken well by New South Wales. I think that's Hunter Ward.
Leave it now, Red. You're not on your feet.
As they keep rumbling up. Pick and go from Abrupt. The loose head prop from Stannis, as referee's not happy with that one. Pincering off. And Kimball, who had a hand in that last try.
We hear through the referee's mic there, explaining very clearly to the blindside flanker there the reason for the penalty as New South Wales go on the attack. Donaldson hoping to get this one deep inside the 22. New South Wales won, not so clinical off their set piece so far during this tournament, but we can already see, Adam, that today, the finals day, brings out a little bit extra from the players. They seem to have found those combinations.
Yeah, a lot more spark in the final day's play, and especially New South Wales and Queensland, they never seem to get along at this level, or at any level when they're out playing sport. Off the field, they're okay, Marty, as one New South Welshman to a Queenslander sitting next to you here in the commentary box as the Queensland one snaffle that ball. And able to clear through Campbell Paratar. And New South Wales need to get their line out in order through Will Johnston, the young Waverley hooker, who throws over the top and cleaned up, but referee was there on the spot and claimed it wasn't straight.
Red, would you like the scrum or the line out? Yeah, sure. Scrum, Red.
So
Line out, not straight.
it's very common with these New South Wales teams. They've got some outstanding players, but just can't seem to string more than 4 phases together. But we're just saying before, the referees called that one not straight, but it has been a good tournament, not just for these young schoolboy talent and prodigies, but also the coaches, the officials. and referees. Marty, there's some good refs out there.
Yeah, we'll be having a chat with Lincoln Stollery at halftime of this game. He's going to be refereeing the final between ACT and Queensland too. So we'll get his thoughts on the week so far at halftime of this game.
Great return there from New South Wales, keeping that pressure on, and Queensland, they've been the dominant team so far. Turn back for the line out and all the pressure back on Courts, who's thrown well and has played well in this tournament. The Ipswich hooker is now with the ball, and an early jump from New South Wales has been given to Queensland, and Queensland through Paratar, and they truck up wide now, and Queensland back on the attack. Gee, this 12 looks a lot like Isaiah Parisi from the Reds. Almost identical twins as New South Wales kick this ball, and now look for the opportunity through the short side, slipping on that cricket pitch area and held up by Paratar. Can he get the turnover for his Reds teammates? It's a maul gone to ground, need to release. New South Wales come through with the ball. Here's Donaldson, who throws a flat dummy and pass, and he's a good player, this fly half from New South Wales. Digging in now, New South Wales looking for the ball. They shift it out wide to Hardacre, who Hardacre finds some space inside to his open side flank now. Donnie Freeman, who's coughed the ball up, but referee saying knock on to Queensland. Hardacre again, down that short side. Only a metre to work with, and he's done well there, Will Lloyd. And has turned the ball over. So again, good play by New South Wales on 3 or 4 phases, but just can't seem to take any momentum from that. And the turnover from Kimball as Queensland go on the attack now wide, and they've got some space here now, the Queenslanders. They throw it back on the inside, and they've got some real work to do here now, New South Wales, as Queensland are tackled through Dowd. And Dowd needs to get that ball out quick because he has the New South Welshman in tatters here. Penalty to New South Wales, or from New South Wales to Queensland. They need to slow things down.
Ball's not out.
And with the boot of this young kid, maybe he's going to have a look for the post, but no, he stabs his foot into the turf, and he'll look to play the line out and put the pressure back on New South Wales. So only 30 seconds ago, New South Wales were challenging the line, and now it's almost the complete opposite down the other end.
It's nice to see the Queensland side back in their set piece here. They have got a good backline, as we know. As you said, Adam, the number 12, the inside centre for Queensland, Noah Lolesio. Very, very similar to Isaiah Parisi, who we saw had a very good game last night against the Brumbies up in Suncorp Stadium. Deep inside the 22 here, the Queensland side.
Queensland with the line out, and it's boggled down, but clean up well. Defensive line out from both teams been good so far. Pick and go from Queensland, and they rumble over the advantage line. That's what they probably need to be doing. Here's another pick, but good defence met by New South Wales. Is that ball there? Referee right on the spot. Ball at the back. Pick and go again. They're getting close now, Queensland. Almost too close for New South Wales. They'd be half a metre out. And look at Hunt just firing up his troops there. Almost like cattle stations as Kimball has a crack for the points.
Ball's available. Use it, Red.
Will they get pay out of this, Queensland? Very upright pick and go, and falls back. Looks like their set piece is alive and well out here and ready to fire, and they are through CO, who is tackled, but good clean out ball and stolen by New South Wales. So great pilfer there by the locals as that ball goes along the deck. And a good tackle by Bennett to keep New South Wales back. And here's Donaldson, who fires it off the right. But a penalty to New South Wales, so advantage was being played. It was a great play there by Donnie Freeman, who had to make that jackal, and he did. And they were in all sorts of trouble with that.
There it is, Tim.
Great run by Noel Olisi. And
let's go. Up again. Let's go. We're on now.
the cries from the New South Wales players of great work, Dono.
Okay, you were fine.
The Waverley fly half, Ben Donaldson, who finds the touchline there. New South Wales with the ball. Will Johnson needing to find the mark, and he does. So back on the inside now, New South Wales, and good strong defence there again from Queensland's blindside flanker Kimball, and New South Wales put it back on the toe. Here's Bennett and fires it across. Great defence there by New South Wales. Donnie Freeman from the Kinross Wallaroi School fires it back again, and Paratar has booted it down, and now Hopewadi with a bit of steam and motor, and Donaldson's on his outside, but Hopper decides to go straight through and is tackled well by Joseph Small. But New South Wales now looking for the sniff and the chance to strike. Good one out run there, 2 by Darcy Breen, and he gets to his feet and carries even further, so well run by Breen. Can he get to deck with a quick ball? Ball needs to come soon, and it doesn't. So it's one good thing about this carnival, Marty Cambridge, is that these kids, the way they're holding up the ball and turning the ball over is good. The strength of these young players, I know that only 20 years ago playing in this tournament, the level of footy has certainly grown.
Seems to be a fashion here at the schoolboys holding up the maul there, Adam.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We see it as well throughout Super Rugby. Some of the Super Rugby teams using it as a definite tactic to hold up that ball run, especially if they see they're isolated as they're heading towards the defensive line. The New South Wales side definitely with some good field position, just a little bit of lack of polish so far
Bind.
in this first half.
Guys, stand.
As the referee not happy with that reset. Good crowd building here at Iggy's. And earlier kickoffs, it's to cater for the club rugby here to be played in New South Wales and across the country. So people can tune in live to Rugby.com.au. You can also join the conversation by hashtagging AUSSV. That's Australian Schools 15. And tell us who you think has been the best player so far in this tournament. We've been very, very fortunate to bring it to you live and exclusive through Rugby.com.au as Queensland look to bring things out of their zone, and it's a good run too by the young Queenslanders, just marching forward. And he's always been tough to handle. And
fantastic run there from Jordan Pataia, Adam, who's actually the cousin of Wallaby Matt Tamua, who's playing over in Leicester. So good rugby family there coming from Brisbane State High School.
It's good that all the rugby sort of royalty and DNA feeds through to this tournament. I said before, you had the nephew of Owen Finnegan, the son of Mark Bell, and now the nephew of, or the cousin of Matt Tamua, and son of Elliot Takiri, and nephew of Lottie Takiri. So it's great to see here. Good visuals here, courtesy of Rugby.com.au. Good line-out win. Queensland go on the attack, flat ball. Great tackle there too, and legal to say. And Donnie Freeman has been fantastic, the young flanker for New South Wales, as Queensland through Hunt dishes it out. Beautiful service from the young Queensland scrum half.
Tackle!
And here come the Reds through Max Douglas and making that tackle from New South Wales, but good carry there from Harry Wilson.
Be happy penalty only. I didn't get a clear start.
Player injured down in back play, but Queensland looked to get things moving, but referee didn't see that.
Who was offside then?
10, not a good name, not a good time.
What number 10?
I just didn't see it clearly. Is it penalty only? Thank you. And did you get a number? Deliberate knockdown.
So penalty for leaving their feet, New South Wales.
I think we heard from the referee there just explaining it was a deliberate knockdown, Adam, and the only reason that he didn't reach for the pocket was that he didn't quite get the number. So a lucky break there for New South Wales.
It certainly is, as Joey Walton is down in back play, another one of these players through the combined high schools program. So they're playing with 14 at the moment, New South Wales, and Queensland well and truly on the attack through their set piece, as it's boggled down through Harry Wilson and fed out well through Hunt, who gets it wide, and now Queensland looking very dangerous. Here's a fortuitous run too by the Queensland number 8, who feeds it off into the corner. The Queenslanders score their third, and what a try to Max Lestoud. So Max Dowd has scored for Queensland, their third here.
I would have given you the numbers. Correct.
And really, what a run too by the number 8, Cullen Nguama.
We've been looking for a number 8 with good ball running and ball handling skills. Great offload there. Australian Rugby was searching for that number 8 for a long time, the last 5 years or so, since Wycliffe Parlow left our shores. And a fantastic acrobatic finish there from Dowd, right in the corner.
Getting the right pronunciation on this number 8. It's Nguanamu, who was the real instigator of that 5-pointer. Carrying the ball almost like a Fijian sevens player. Gee, that was a good play there by the Queensland number 8, who fed it to Dowd to really score in the corner. And Dowd's been impressive here this afternoon, as has this man, Campbell Paratar. Really good striker of the ball. And let's see if he can convert on this one. He moves in, strikes. Coming around, does it have the distance? It's hit the upright and found the middle of the post. So great kick there to Queensland, who now lead 19 points to 7.
Anymore. We're just having too many tackle ruck infringements. Yeah. Thank you. Cheers.
We hear the referee there just explaining to skipper Charlie Rourke that is their final warning for infringements around the ruck, and the next penalty will see a yellow card to the New South Wales side.
Get things back underway now through Donaldson, and now Queensland straight into things.
Backwards.
And Harry Wilson goes for a great one. Look at Wilson here. Throws the dummy. Isolated a little bit, but he's able to get the ball back. No, not releasing.
Isolated.
So originally the run
First spin on the ball.
was a good one for Queensland, and Wilson did all the damage. And Tom Kimball, who's almost as big as some of these locks in the tournament, he's ended up just getting a little bit isolated, but probably wasn't his fault. He needed his support players there.
27 down, guys.
And New South Wales need to score here, Marty, with just on 12 minutes of play.
Trailing by 12 as we do approach the halftime break.
And they win the ball at the back of the line out and do very well. Here's Donaldson now. Feeding out wide to New South Wales, looking very dangerous here as they get down to the short flank. Here's Hardacre. Hardacre, a lot to do. Can he get there? He does. What a try, New South Wales. Pardon me, that was Will Lloyd from Barker College here in Sydney. He had plenty of work to do, Lloyd, and it was a beautiful set piece too. And it was a wide throw by Donaldson that really got the play underway. As we look through the replay here, Marty, it was some great running here. And Will Lloyd, gee, he did well. You almost thought he was going to get barreled in a touch by the Queenslander, Benny Bucknell, because he's been pretty impressive there in defence, Ben, but not to be. And a really strong try to New South Wales. Good rebound from the young schoolboys here at Riverview.
Fantastic effort there. He beat 3 or 4 guys down the near touchline to our broadcast side. Like you said, he had Nguanamu had a good shot at him, and then also the fullback coming across as well. Got a pretty good hand to him, Ben Bucknell. Neither could put him into touches. Jordan Bataille tried to hold him up over the line, but Will Lloyd too strong.
Donaldson leaning in. Good strike, but I don't think it's going to find its way around to the sticks. So New South Wales trail 3 tries to 2, 19-12.
Kick unsuccessful. Leaves the scores on 12-19.
As we are just on half time now, this should only be just the one play. Beautiful conditions here in Riverview Saint Ignatius as New South Wales tow it forward and take them well and move quickly through Nick Frost. And again, these players holding up these kids. The maul is certainly a weapon for the defensive side here at Saint Ignatius as the referee calls the turnover and also blows for half-time. So half-time here in this third and fourth playoff between the best of New South Wales 1 and Queensland 1. It is 12 points to the home side, New South Wales, just the 2 tries and the conversion, and Queensland have done one better with that. 19 points, 3 tries, 2 conversions, and plenty of action here in the second game of the Australian Schools Championship. Of course, we've got the final brought to you live and exclusive at Rugby.com.au after this between Queensland 2 and ACT. But we're joined now by Marty Cambridge, who's got a very special guest and a man who's going to be in the middle with all the big calls. So we'll cross now live to Marty Cambridge from Rugby.com.au and look forward to hearing his views as he speaks with the referee from the grand final. So we'll cross now live to Marty.
That's okay. That happens, mate. That's all right.
And we'll wait there, so we'll just focus things back onto these two teams, and they've all been, they'd be disappointed to play for third and fourth, this Queensland side, but they're out there now. So we'll cross now to Marty now. So Marty Cambridge, take it away.
Here with Lincoln Stollery. Lincoln, you've been chosen to referee the final here at the Australian Schoolboys. This must be a great honour.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity. It's been a really great week of rugby. I think the boys have performed really well, and in terms of refereeing, all our team has just really enjoyed it as well, so it's great to be here.
It's a pathway for the rugby players, of course, to show their wares into the professional era, but also a chance for the referees to learn and grow and take that next step in their career.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a little bit more of a high-pressure environment here. You know, the crowd's a little bit bigger, and all the boys are playing, obviously, for that spot in the Australian Schoolboys team, so it's a great opportunity.
Just like the players at the end of each game, they go and do their reviews and their recoveries. We've noticed that you guys have been doing the same thing during the week. Talk us through what you guys do post-match.
We, I mean, we go through our games and just kind of review and see. It's not obviously decision-based, but a little bit around, you know, mentality and how you were in a mental space during the game. So we just go through and try and outline what we can do better and work on that for the next game as well.
And you've got your assistants as well. It's not just the referee on the field. We hear you on the mic through our commentary team, and it's a real team effort on the field. There's a lot of people talking at once, and the referees all working together. Yeah,
definitely. It is definitely a team of 3. It's not just the referee in the middle. So the guys on the sideline, the ARs, really help out for sure.
Thanks very much for joining us, mate. Best of luck in the final.
Thanks very much, Marty. Cheers.
Coming up for us now, the second half of the New South Wales versus Queensland game. It's a close one with New South Wales scoring that try just before half-time. Don't go away.
Thanks very much, Marty, and great to see our referees and aspiring young officials coming through the system and getting a reward from a pretty big game for his young career. So this match is going to be one that's going to be a real interesting one for selectors, because they'd be thinking they'd be reading between the lines in these two teams, Queensland 1 and New South Wales 1, of what the Australian Schoolboy side could potentially be. But there is another game to be played, because the ACT have been the form side in this tournament, and they're playing Queensland 2 in the final. And who knows, anything can happen, because teams have been down by as much as 24 points and causing the upset. And this match here at the beautiful Sydney suburb of Riverview, having a look at some of these picks now, the Australian Rugby Championships for the schoolboy level. New South Wales 1 v Queensland 1. Unbelievable conditions here for rugby, as both sides look to play for pride here in third and fourth playoff. I'm sure most teams would be disappointed that they weren't in the final, and these two no different to that. So we've got 30 more minutes in this match before the final, and New South Wales trail just by that converted try and some really entertaining play in the first half, as we continue to come back down to this ground. Back here at Oval 1 here at Riverview, as Donaldson gets things underway here. And knocked on forward by Queensland. It's recovered well, so good start to New South Wales through their open side flank. And taken well, so a penalty to New South Wales. Will they go for the 3 or continue that advantage?
Yeah, thanks. Yep.
Is that man again, Remner, who's taking his time to get to his feet, the number 20. And New South Wales go for the line out, and they need to because they're down by 7.
Yep, please.
And just with the 30-minute halves, it can be difficult to
It's okay.
close a gap in this one as Johnson throws. Or is it Johnson? No, they made the changes to the front row. I think that's Low now from the King's School.
Turnover's fine.
Pick and go from New South Wales, held up by Queensland. And Queensland turn it over and hack it downfield. And Low now with the line out. And Low throws to the middle, and it's tapped down. And not straight, New South Wales. So pressure mounting on the locals here.
Option? Yeah, scrum, yeah.
With
Hurry.
plenty to play for.
Question, you had the question. Okay, I'll have a look for you, yeah.
And joined again by Marty. Good to chat to the referee before the final, mate. He seems pretty happy.
Fantastic. Lincoln, a
Not
lovely
straight.
young bloke from Sydney, the 24-year-old. Told me just off air that it is his goal in his career to become a Super Rugby referee and, you know, referee on the big stage at the World Cups. And this is the perfect platform for those referees to learn and gain experience.
And New South Wales put the shove on, and Queensland do very well, and they look to get things out of their zone and return with interest. And Queensland go back on the attack through Paratar, and now this game of Forson's back continues, and New South Wales now look to do the damage as they find centre of the field, and it could have almost been an obstruction, but referee says play on.
Leave it now, Red.
Here come New South Wales, and they've made the change at 10. Now Donaldson with the ball, who's tackled by this ferocious Reds defence, who's latched onto the ball. Could almost be a turnover for New South Wales, and a carry here from the number 8, Charlie Rourke. And hit hard in defence there, but he was playing advantage, Tom Woodcock. He knew the penalty was coming. Looks like Woodcock is now filling in at number 10 and Donaldson playing at 12, so some slight changes to New South Wales.
We've seen the swap around a little bit so far in the first 3 days. Up before this final day, Tom Woodcock, played fly half for the second game, if my memory serves me correct, and Ben Donaldson dropped back to fullback. So those two showing that they are very versatile and valuable for the New South Wales side. It's a good picture here, Adam, having a look from our commentary side over at that hill at Saint Ignatius Riverview, really filling up. You can smell the barbecue from about 200 metres away here as the breeze drifts over towards us.
Yeah, it's not a good thing when the commentators haven't had breakfast, but we'll worry about that one later because we've got a game on our hand here, and New South Wales look to pick and go through the middle of Queensland's defence. Ball coming out slow, and here's Donaldson at 12 and shifts it on, and a good tackle there met by Charlie Rourke. So that combination looks like it's going to be doing some damage, and New South Wales through Breen. Shifted out right again to Donaldson, who throws the dummy. This lanky, young wave early and fly half, and New South Wales shifted on one wide and score in the corner, all set up by Luke Reamer. We'll get a number on that try score. I think it is Will Lloyd. It is Will Lloyd, and that's his second for the game. And Marty, a great little set-piece play from Donaldson, who, as I said, he's a lanky 10, but he does really, really well.
Yeah, he skips straight through the defence there. Queensland will be very unhappy with that effort. And they come across to try and cover Will Lloyd in the corner. But we've seen all tournament that give Will Lloyd 5 metres of room and he'll finish for you in the corner, no problem. Queensland with a 2-point lead as Donaldson tries to even the scores, but this kick is just 3 metres in from touch on that far side of the ground. They do say it is the preferred edge for the right footer, but nothing easy about this kick.
New South Wales through Donaldson come in for the conversion.
Just pulling it to the near side.
Yeah.
So it is a 2-point lead to Queensland. 36 minutes gone. Of course, these are 30-minute halves here at the Australian Schoolboys. So there is about 25 minutes left in this game as Queensland makes some changes. Looks like the reserve hooker coming on, Theo Fowry from Rockhampton Grammar, up there on the Queensland Central Coast. And Egan Siggs from the Southport School down on the Gold Coast, making way along with Eugene Courts from Ipswich Grammar. And that reserve prop is Clinton Malojua from Brisbane State High School, and I apologise if that pronunciation is incorrect.
Well, New South Wales with the penalty now.
Red 5.
Sensing a bit of a turn in the tides, but Queensland have probably been the better team so far.
Could be.
As Donaldson looks to find some territory, and he does. And New South Wales need to get their line out in order through Kieran Lowe, who finds the back and then cleaned up by Hunt. And Hunt shifts it wide, and Queensland straight onto the attack now. Again, just that pass just a little bit in front, and Hopewadi was there to clean it up. But
forward into touch. Ruben.
that was a really difficult one for Harry McMahon to take. Harry McMahon from the Sunshine Coast Grammar School, who's played some time off the bench here for Queensland. And some changes in the front row for these young Queenslanders is Faria in at hooker, Maljoa in at loose head, and Dominico from Churchy in Queensland also rounding out the front row.
So we hear the crowd getting pretty vocal on this near side. This scrum happening right in front of the bleachers where the families.
What a scrum by Queensland, and Hunt was there to staffle on the ball, but penalty to New South Wales. Will they look to tap and go? No. Good sportsmanship there from New South Wales, number 8.
Don't see that very often with these two teams playing, do you, Adam?
Not between Queensland and New South Wales, but Charlie Rourke's been really good for the home side. It's his home ground. Charlie Rourke goes to school here at Riverview.
Would not be surprised to hear Charlie Rourke's name read out at the end of today, Adam, when they do name the Australian Schoolboys side for 2017. He's been immense this whole week.
And here is New South Wales with their line out, and it's still an error, so they can't get their set piece right. And taken forward by McMahon. Here's Hunt, who fires it back to Paratar, and he shifts it wide, and here come Queensland. Is that sort of shift of hands that they real dangerous this Queensland one's time. Good carry and a great take there by Tom Kimball, who shifts it across, and Queensland are on the attack through Joseph Small, who finds McMahon down this left flank. Queensland looking very dangerous now and have got a lot of energy in their chat. And they shift it through Dowd and continuing it on through their outside backs. And here is a good run from Pataya. Hunt is everywhere at every breakdown, and he feeds it across again. So Queensland looking very dangerous here through Maljura. Hunt shifts, passes to Small, who shifts a beautiful offload to McMahon, and he was over, but the flag went up. Love to see that replay. And Joe Small from Nudgee College had his hand in about 3 or 4 different facets of that play.
Here is that replay. As we watch the ball come out to the left, he would have been very, very close. Oh, we just see his big toe on the line. He would have wished for a size smaller feet just then.
Well, they've turned it over now, New South Wales, and Queensland straight back on the attack. And it looked like they're in very, very good spot here through Falolo. And they look to shift wide, Queensland, and Campbell's tackled there on the sideline, and Bennett keeps in the field of play. Good run here from Alo Emil. And Queensland looking very, very dangerous here as they motor forward through Wilson. Little stab at the ball there from Queensland. No one at home for New South Wales, but no one chasing for Queensland, and picked up incredibly well by Nick Frost, who gets them well and truly out of trouble. A little box kick there from Tijak. And straight back on the counter-attack is Bennett, who's the try scorer for the Reds, and he's had a good game, Bennett. Queensland looking very dangerous through Fareed. And now a flat pass to McMahon, and McMahon goes for the corner. Hopewadi with the incredible cover tackle. What a play by both teams. Good attack, good defence. And it'll be New South Wales line out.
The crowd has loved that tackle from Hopewadi there. We've seen him in clean air show plenty of gas, and there we saw his defensive capabilities. An absolute certain try saver on Harry McMahon.
And that ball goes over the back. It looks like it's knocked back. Here's Hunt. Hunt reaches out and scores. So the New South Wales Blues continue to have issues with their line out, and Hunt was Johnny on the spot. He didn't have to do much except just pounce on that ball and reach out, and he's got the 5-pointer for his team, and he stayed. And giving Queensland now a 7-point advantage with just on 18 minutes of play. As we look at the replay, Hunt cleans it up. He still had a little bit of work to do, Hunt, and a bit of footwork, and New South Wales were there to be trying to hold him at bay, but he was always going to score that one with him receiving the ball so close to the line. New South Wales need to fix up that line out. They need to do it quick.
You're not wrong about that, Adam. That is the third line out in a row that they've lost from their own throw. Twice throwing over the top from inside their 22. And it doesn't matter what level of rugby you're playing, you will be punished if you continue to do that. But as you said, Phoenix Hunt there, a little bit of work to do. He's been very good so far. And as you said, a huge engine on him. He's been at every ruck. As Parata slots that one, keeping the Queensland lead at 9 points.
Yeah, that's a handy lead too. That's a pretty big kick there from Queensland. They needed to get that. Still plenty in this match, Marty, with just on 16 minutes of play, and Donaldson gets the call from his outside backs and gets things back underway. Nice little sandwich there from the Waverley 10 as Queensland goes straight back into things through Harry Wilson, who's held up but gets to deck. Here's Hunt, who feeds again. Queensland on this flank that's thrown behind the 8. That's Nagamanu.
Knock on Blue in the tackle. Red
So
scrum.
a knock on to New South Wales, and probably a lucky one for them. Beautiful conditions here at Saint Ignatius College in Riverview, New South Wales. The home side trailing this one by 9 points. This will be the last time New South Wales play in the tournament, with Queensland 2 and ACT in the final. And we'll bring that to you live and exclusive here on Rugby.com.au. Adam Fryer joined by Marty Cambridge, and we see another repack.
Yeah.
The referee just repacking this scrum.
Shoulders up. Yeah.
Let's go. Stay calm, hold your seconds in. Oh, boys.
No, it's okay.
Tight, nice and
Crouch!
Okay, go.
It looks as though that Queensland have been able to take the crowd out of the game in this one. They were pretty vocal before, and it's a real hush of silence. Set piece the key. Can New South Wales put some pressure on that ball? No, Queensland do the opposite. Great scrum to Queensland, and they shift it wide early and go for the clearing kick. Great tactics there from Queensland to get out of their D zone. They do it very well. So set piece, strong, and really wise choices made from this young Reds team.
Textbook exit there from inside their 22. One pass out from the scrum, and a huge left boot there, clearing it into the opposition half as this line out takes place just in front of our commentary position.
That's a better line out from New South Wales, who now go on the attack, but the ball goes flat and through, and now carting forward was the New South Wales 12 Hardacre.
Turnover's fine.
Looks like he's lost the ball, but they've come away with it now, New South Wales. Gee, there's some hotly contested ball at that breakdown. It's just on for young and old. And they feed through now, and New South Wales doing their very best to motor forward through Charlie Rourke. And the tactical kick from New South Wales now, but no chases by the Sky Blue, which could be a blessing in disguise as Hopewadi cleans up on the ball, arriving late. Knock-on advantage to New South Wales. Hopewadi really motoring forward. Ball being held up. Do they get it back, New South Wales? They do. All the advantage now to the home side as Donaldson looks to feed out wide. He gives it off to Douglas, who feeds it off into the corner. Could this be the third to New South Wales? And Will Lloyd has scored the trifecta. What a try. What a team effort by New South Wales. There was almost nothing on with that kick, but they were able to come up with something as we go through the replay here, Marty.
Well, we mentioned it before. Give Will Lloyd a bit of space and he'll punish the opposition. As we see, still at 25 metres to run. He scoots around Bennett there, who'd come in off his wing as the overlap was created. And he ran around and made it slightly easier for Donaldson than his last kick. And keeps New South Wales in this game. Every time Queensland do threaten to get away and put some kind of points gap on the New South Wales side, they are the next to score. A kick here from Donaldson will put them back within one score of being in front. A huge kick here for the New South Wales fly half.
And the kick is successful from Donaldson. Just listening to some of the crowd there, and they were poised and quiet, and Donaldson converts the try. It is a 2-point game now. William Lloyd from the Barker College has scored 3 for the home side, and really is going to be an exciting finish with just on 11 minutes of play. Queensland's restart's a good one. Their set piece has been incredible today here. These young Reds. Held up again, so another maul. Referee says offside, and they obey to that. And the box kick from New South Wales is taken cleanly by Dowd, who now finds his support. And the counter-attack is on from Queensland as they shuffle back, and now looking very dangerous through some exciting run. It's Falalola shifted again through Paratar, who finds the middle of the field, and number 18 is Tominamiko. Scrummy Jazz Day looking to get back through there, and Queensland back on the attack with a short side now. Here's McMahon. Can he get the ball? He does. Puts it on the toe, but all New South Wales are deemed offside. So advantage to Queensland, and the pressure that New South Wales has put on them before to close this gap is now slowly dwindling.
Yeah, New South Wales skipper Charlie Rourke there, pinned. Just got his timing wrong. So they take the quick tap.
Quick taps
on
to the
right.
Queensland go running through Harry Wilson. Wilson feeds it off to the support, and it's there to feed Day, and Day gets it across, and some outstanding running by Queensland. That's Dominico, and the penalty goes to Queensland, and the referee will have a word to the skipper.
we had a chat earlier.
Yeah.
We had a really good period of play where we weren't infringing.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of quick ones.
Really
We're
tight
back onto
game
that
here, mate.
final
You really
chat.
can't call.
Next one will go to the bin.
You almost say that
Picks
Queensland have
it
got
up.
the advantage. They're certainly playing the better
The
rugby.
half picks it up.
Interesting
ball's clear of the
decision
last foot.
here for the Reds team as Harry Wilson, the
Just
skipper,
hands
comes
on,
over to
it's not out.
speak.
No, it's not like that. Yeah, okay.
to
Okay,
Campbell
can we convey that
Peralta.
message,
Yeah,
please?
no questions.
Thank you.
Well, let's take that extra step.
As Harry Wilson
Shot, yeah.
explains to the referee, they will take the 3 points.
Yeah, that's the right call too.
Shot.
Paratar's the quarterback of this side, and he went straight for the sticks. Didn't even look to see what the skipper wanted.
And we did just hear through the ref mic as well that they are again on their final warning, their second final warning, despite not getting a yellow card yet. The referee happy with their discipline the last little while, but he has now told Charlie Rourke that the next infringement will see a yellow card. So the New South Wales boys will be extra careful for the remaining 10 minutes.
Paratar staring down the barrel, moves into strike, whacks it. He almost put it into another state then. Solid kick by the Queensland 10, and they extend their lead now to 5 points. 24-29. Not long to go in this one. 9 minutes of play as Donaldson gets things back underway with a high restart. Great kick and also a great take there from Queensland. That's Hosea. Ball, flat ball along the deck is carted forward by Harry Wilson, who feeds it off to his support in Futrell, and here's Day. Day looking for a jink out of the base of the ruck and is tackled well by New South Wales. Pick and go here now from Queensland. Good tackle. Tackle's deemed illegal. Referee's going to have a word to young
Captain.
Jeremy Williams.
19. We've got a
I don't
lifting
think that was
tackle
intentional. I
above
don't think it should
90
be a
and
card.
Put above onto his back.
Maybe a
Not
quiet
shoulder or neck,
word.
so it's a yellow card. Okay, can I have 19?
Jeremy.
Lifting tackle.
Jeremy Williams there, you heard it from the referee
Yeah.
on the field.
You
A
can have
lifting
it here.
tackle
We were
past the
playing advantage
horizontal.
over-
And Jeremy Williams from Scots College here in Sydney will sit out for 7 minutes. Of course, the yellow cards are just 7 minutes here at the Schoolboys Championship due to the shorter halves. So he'll be back for the final minutes of the game.
So 5-point deficit to New South Wales. Queensland really looking to close out this match here. I think another score from them would put it beyond doubt. As Fourie, their hooker, locks and loaders and throws to the back and over, but potentially cleaned up by New South Wales, and they do get the ball back. What can they do with it now? As they go down this short side and support arrives, they need to look to shift wide, and they've done so and continue to cart forward, and big hit there on the New South Wales number 8, Rourke. Ball spits out, and Woodcock marshalling the troops, and really looked nervous in that facet of play, Marty. They just didn't seem to have the poise when Donaldson's at 10. Woodcock tried his very best, no options on his outside. And counter-attacking opportunity goes begging.
They might be starting to play the clock a little bit here, Adam. As we said, down by 5, just over 5 minutes remaining. They might be pushing an extra pass or two, trying to find that little bit extra as the Queensland backline have a quick discussion amongst themselves. A good opportunity here to show the Aussie selectors what they've got. A man down and in good field position as they feed this scrum.
Sit.
Yeah, balls in, tight scrum. New South Wales well and truly behind the ad line in that set piece play as Queensland go on the attack. Good tackle by Donaldson, who drives back Patatai, who gets through and can't tackle. He's got spiders all over him, but it's ripped down and knocked forward. A lot of turnovers on day 4 here. Jeez, that's spirited contest here.
We see finally the Queensland-New South Wales rivalry comes to fruition. 55 minutes it took. It used to take far less back when you were running around on the field, Adam, I'm sure.
No, it used to take a lot longer than that. The two sides, I said the word spirited, and they are, because...
All I'm saying is you're the captain, you're meant to be taking ownership. You're meant to be taking responsibility of the team. Okay, set the example, please. That's it for foul play. We'll go to the bin, okay? Happy? Thanks. Take the time, send the message. Not long.
We saw Jordan Pataya before off the back of that scrum.
Okay, thanks.
Break free of a couple of tackles. He's been a very strong runner for the Queensland side during this tournament, and if anything, probably hasn't found the ball in his hands enough.
So we now have 5 minutes of play, and New South Wales trail by 5.
Hey guys, can we just drop one off the scrum from both sides? We've got a forward in the bin, okay? No, we've got one now. We've got a forward in the bin. Yeah, so you've got to go to 6. Thanks.
And then we will bring you live the Australian Schools Champs final between Queensland 2 and ACT. It's been not since my recent memory of this tournament being around that the ACT have taken out the title. They should go into that game as favourites. Good young side. New South Wales with all the pressure on them. Penalty to New South Wales, so quick tap is taken, opting against the line out. And good run down the short side there by the man of the hour, Will Lloyd. And penalty again. Will they go for a quick tap? No. Donaldson struts in and slow things down. They need to get some composure here, Marty, because a good kick and set piece will see them deep into the Reds' D zone, and hopefully for them, the right result.
We've seen a number of fantastic, thrilling finishes here at Saint Ignatius at Riverview over the first 3 days of competition. Can New South Wales do the same and break Queensland hearts?
New South Wales with the better line-out throw, I was just about to say, and then they bundle it over the top, and then a knock-on to Queensland, and they'll go back for the original knock-on. So a little bit sloppy here to finish the game, just on 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left.
New South Wales have struggled with their line-out for the majority of this match. Just there, they just a slight overthrow, resulting in the handling error from the jumper. And the Reds not able to capitalise on that advantage, making a handling error of their own.
Seconds.
Out, please. Crouch!
As we wonder whether the Reds will look to exit or play through the hands.
Sit! Steady!
Cleared now by Queensland. Good kick. Their exit plays have been really strong in this third and fourth playoff. And here come New South Wales with only a few more opportunities to play.
No, leave it, Rick.
And a tumble turn from that breakdown. Here's Donaldson, who kicks it on the right boot and picks it up and throws the dummy and gives it off again to Lloyd, and he finds the middle of the field. He puts his head down. He's got one play to beat, and he's tackled well there by
Bennett coming across there in defence, an absolute try saver.
Bennett was the man that came across with it. Here come New South Wales with all the ball and all the momentum in this last 2 minutes here at Saint Ignatius College. Firing through, here's Donaldson again throwing the dummy. This kid can play. Is he going to score the match winner? Throws it back on the inside. The New South Wales reach out, they're short. And they're held up, ball's not coming back. Referee right there on the spot, he's going to call the scrum. Where did you come from? Benny Donaldson. He almost thought to himself, well, this game's in the balance. I'm going to try and win it for you. He went through the line. Did he need to throw that ball? Oh, he probably did, and just short there.
Fantastic skills there from the New South Wales side. Ben Donaldson, very impressive when he does take the ball to the line.
And to counter that skill, some incredible defence by Queensland. And you said there, Marty, Bennett, the winger, the number 14 from Nudgee, if he didn't make that tackle, it would have been game over. So, well, what a finish we have coming up here. A minute to play. Queensland looking to hold on and finished third in this competition.
Bind. Sit.
Good set piece by Queensland. New South Wales digging the ball out, feeding it off to Donaldson. What will he do now? And back on the inside, they need to recycle this ball. Penalty to New South Wales. Let's have a listen.
Captain. There's too many penalties in this area of the field. The next one will go to the bin.
Please come out there from the referee. Last warning for Queensland. Offside. He's pinned the whole Queensland backline there for being offside after that scrum.
Well,
massive pressure.
Donaldson's opted for the scrum, although the Waratahs, New South Wales scrum has been under pressure. They've opted to go to it again.
You may have 8 in the scrum now.
Donaldson's jumped back in at 10, and Woodcock, who's in the 15 jersey, has played a lot of 12 in this tournament and 10, will play on his outside. And could it be Will Lloyd to score his fourth? We'll wait and see. Hopewadi in at first receiver. And they look to go off the back of the scrum. New South Wales, ball's held up. This could be one of the last plays. And they're a metre out. New South Wales now pick and go from the home side. And they motor forward. Looks like they're held up. Ball's coming back now. No, a penalty New South Wales. And the referee will go to his pocket.
Make a clear effort. Yellow card.
It's a yellow card, but it won't really matter.
Thumbs off.
There's no time on the clock. We'll go back to the scrum,
Time
New
back
South
on.
Wales.
Got to roll.
Boys, if we get hammer, you've got to go with someone.
Option. Scrum, guys. Scrum.
Are they going to drop someone again?
Go with someone over this line, let's go.
Yep, and so do you guys.
Yeah, where that was it.
Guys, so drop the 8, please.
Let him take again.
Charlie, you got a drop. I've just binned one of the red forwards.
Getting the atmosphere in and around this match. It's a real tense finish here for third and fourth. Queensland 1, New South Wales 1. Queensland 1 with the lead. And New South Wales with the scrum and feed, with the advantage of 15 on 14 with that yellow card to Queensland. And scrum goes down. Good scrum by Queensland yet again. Fed well, Donaldson feeds back on the inside to Hardacre, who rolls forward. Digging out the ball now, New South Wales, one-off run. It's Douglas who motors forward. Doesn't need to get held up, Douglas. If that's the case, it'll be a scrum and potentially game over. The charter ball and looks to be held up. Have they held up? They are. Referee will make a call now whether or not there'll be another play. He's not pulling for the whistle for full time, so he's going to play this
Scrum.
last set piece.
Time check, gents.
There's Frost and Douglas looking for the try line before.
Let's go. They're not, they're all talk, eh? So loosen this. Good pressure. Oh, he wants to take it now? Yeah.
There's not too much time on the clock. I think another held up may see Queensland take this match, but New South Wales throwing everything at them.
Bind. Sit.
Ball to come in. Queensland putting a lot of pressure on New South Wales scrum. They dig it out. Here's Hardacre. He dummies, he goes, he throws it off the top of his shoulder. Back to Woodcock, who's gone through. He's fallen just short. Has he scored? Referee's there. It's just short. Hopewadi screaming for it on the outside here. Well, they'll go. They'll go to Donaldson. Ball touched by the halfback. Referee says play on. Ball boggled down. Queensland dive on it. Knock on. And that is full time. Queensland have beaten New South Wales here for third and fourth playoff. And they deserve to win, Queensland. They've been the better side for most of the match, apart from that last 5 minutes where Donaldson tried to win it on his own and just couldn't get the result. So celebrations for Queensland and devastation for New South Wales. Quick summary of this match. 24 points to 29. The home side going down to Queensland in the third and fourth playoffs. 4 tries apiece for the both states. 2 conversions, just that one conversion and penalty separating the two. And of course, that man, Will Lloyd, scoring a hat-trick from Barker College. We will quickly find some highlights to bring you for this game as the team congratulate each other. Played with a lot of spirit and deserve it of a good outcome. So we have a look at the pool as well as they finish. And some of the highlights in this match. And New South Wales got off to the right start. It was a pick and go, and they found the 5-pointer and got things off and underway. And Queensland were quick to respond, and they had a really strong set piece throughout the game, and probably the better of the two scrums and essentially line out as well. But the ball came out beautifully here. Good set piece play, and Queensland made no mistake of that one through Lola Seo, who was outstanding playing the whole match for the Queensland side. And here was New South Wales looking to get down that short side and challenge things. And they had some really good strong one-out runs, but Queensland really dominated that first half. And here's another sensational try for them, and scored in the corner by Bennett, who come up with a great try-saving tackle. He was a great play today here, Bennett, one of the stars out in the flank there for Queensland. But they weren't done just yet. And Queensland's, as I say, set piece was very strong. Their line-out was superior to New South Wales. They were able to set this wide. It was just their first phase play that really gave them the advantage. And here's the try again to a acrobatic Reds player over in the touchline there. But then New South Wales rallied. They needed to score points and score points quickly, and they were able to do that on numerous occasions through this man, Will Lloyd. And he had plenty of work to do here, Will Lloyd, and just got over for the 5-pointer, one of his 3 here this morning at Riverview. So just when you thought that Queensland may have run away with it and the opportunity to score some points, New South Wales came right back in it, and they had plenty of time in the opposition's 22. But this man here, Ben Donaldson, just tried to win the game on his own, and Lloyd crosses again in the corner. He was simply outstanding today, Donaldson, this New South Wales number 10. As we look to wrap up the highlights and get straight down to the sideline, he was joined by Marty Cambridge and a very, very happy number 4 from Queensland, Harry Wilson from the Gregory Terrace School in Queensland. I'm sure he'll have plenty to say about that historic win for Queensland 1 over New South Wales 1.
Here with the Queensland captain, Harry Wilson. Harry, made a very exciting end to that game. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, it was obviously very great to win. That last 5 minutes on our line, giving it everything to us. So very, very relieved to get over the line there.
Good week down here, obviously. Probably not the result you would have been after. You would have liked to have seen you guys in the final. But what do you take away as some of the learnings from this week?
I took away a lot. We obviously had a bad experience first day losing to Brumbies, but everyone got over it. Then just focused on the next 3 days, which were obviously very successful for us.
And it's a professional environment too. How have you found sort of the recovery, the nutrition, learning all that sort of side to the game?
Yeah, it's been very interesting and very, very beneficial, because obviously we were very sore after the game, so getting the ice baths, and it was great.
Well, congratulations on the win, and I'm sure we'll see you around in the future.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Also here with Charlie Rourke, the skipper for the New South Wales side. Charlie, made commiserations on that game, but it was a great one to watch.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. I hope we go put on a bit of a spectacle for the crowd here. Classic Queensland, New South Wales. So, we're coming into the game pretty fired up, and obviously they were a bit more fired up than us at the start there. And they were just all over us in the breakdown, and that's where they won it. You never went away during that game. You was very tight at the end there. What was the message when those scrums kept getting repacked? Just to keep the momentum. There was a few stages there where we had a few lapses in concentration, and we let a few easy tries in. So we're just trying to keep the boys focused and concentrating on the game plan, which was to get front foot ball and get wide and score, which they did really well, and we couldn't really defend. So yeah, it was good in that sense. Very familiar ground to you here at Riverview. Of course, you come to this school. Have you seen a crowd like this at your first games? Oh yeah, no, it gets pretty big. Joey's Riverview it's full. We can't really see any grass, so this is a pretty good crowd. But it doesn't really compare to Joey's Riverview, but just as good as other games. Well, unlucky today, mate. Thanks for your time during the week, and best of luck in the future. Thank you very much. Cheers. Stay tuned and locked on to Rugby.com.au. Of course, we'll have all the highlights, the reactions and the news coming up, and the final just around the corner between ACT, the ACT and Queensland too.